sentence here from Rabbi Sacks that I want to bring to our attention. And this was something I picked from the Rabbi Sacks Global Day of Learning resources, and it says Torah is a commentary on life, and life is a commentary on Torah. I think it's a great way to describe how the Torah is not. It's not just a book. It's a roadmap. It's a call to action. It's not something that you read and then you put on the shelf like that, and you run. It's you need to embody it and make sure that it's part of your actions. And because if it's not the case, then you didn't do much with it.
Well, I don't know. It's a bit like exercising a muscle, isn't it? The more you exercise it, the more it can perform. It's something that is doesn't have any limits. Put it that way. It doesn't. It only expands our understanding. The more we probe it, the more we test it, the more questions we ask. Indeed, we push the bounds, the boundaries.
Yeah, and there's no harm to ask questions, as we were saying.
Well,
especially if we bring Rabbi Sacks to the conversation again, as faith being an act of protest. And the other thing is that we tend to believe that protest is an ugly gesture. Yeah, because we know some protests these days, they are pretty ugly. But protests can be something pretty. Like there's nothing outrageous or monstrous about protesting. Actually, there is dignity in raising your voice and ask questions and somehow demand an explanation if you do it in a way that you are aware of your own limits. And I think that's what Rabbi Sacks recognized.
Yes, I would agree with that.
I have a comment here. Our conversation is generally over an issue or a topic. A chat suggests informality. That's
It's an
I forgot to put this
observation.
comment for people because they ask, let's talk about talking. What do you think is the difference between the chat and the conversation? I had this instigation for viewers to make a distinction between chat and conversation. So thank you for providing your response. Conversation is around the issue or topic. Chat suggests informality. Yeah, it's an interesting observation, but I would argue that sometimes you can be informal when you are discussing issues or topics. But as a norm, yeah, a chat can happen in an informal manner. Typically, it's not in a formal fashion, and a conversation can take the two methodologies. That's what I would say. Any more comments from people here? Let me see. I don't see any other. I have a couple of notes here that I want to discuss with you before we go. I want to discuss with you about gratitude. I think gratitude is a word that is overused these days. It's like a resilience. Everyone says that those two words all the time. And I don't know about you, Marco, but when I hear some phrases or words too often, I tend to be tired. My attention is at some point is nearly zero. But I learned that although some principles are discussed, are over discussed, I shouldn't just turn a blind eye or walk away. Sometimes there is value in those things. Just just the way that they are put, let's say in the social media or even in the day-to-day spheres, it's not the most beautiful. But I did discover gratitude recently. I realized that one needs to go back to basics from time to time. Like I was even discussing with a friend the other day that like there are a few components in life that you basically cannot have a good life if you don't have those five. It's people to talk to, some a place to live, uh, some financial resources, and purpose. Actually, there are not 5; there are 4. And no, and I forgot that one. That one is health, because if you don't have one of these 5, and we take those 5 for granted, then your life can be hell. Because just an example. Let's say you have someone to talk to, you have purpose, you have a place to live, your financials are in order, but you are sick. You don't have a good life. Or you
No.
are healthy, you have a purpose, you have someone to talk to, but you don't have purpose because, let's say, you hate your job. You don't have a good life. Or you don't have a place to live, and you have all the others. You don't have a good life. Or you can do pretty well in life. You are super successful. You are attaining all the objectives that you are aspiring to, but you don't have a person to have a coffee with. I don't think you have a good life, because people cannot handle you. So we should give back some credit to those 5 things, because I think most of us are fortunate enough to have them, but then they can disappear from one day to another.
Yes, you've said it all. It's not as if I can add anything to that. You've stated some essential ingredients. I can't think of any more, to be perfectly honest. You've said it all.
Well, I'm just talking about the basics. The basics are not a lot. Just we tend to think that they're going to be with us all the time, and that's not the case. There are people who, they go to a medical appointment, and they come back home, and they are told that they have a few months to live, or others don't have a place to live. They need to share with people they don't want to live with, or they need to wake up in the morning and do a job they hate. We need to realize that perhaps our life is not as bad as it could be, because we never know. Like tomorrow, it's very easy that heaven can turn to hell. Very easy, very easy. It's way more simple than people think. And I also believe that we can all make heaven a bit more of hell, and we can all make hell a bit more of heaven if we, run the extra mile. Because some people will say, "Oh, my life is upside down. There's nothing good about it." Well, maybe you can find that little segment that can be fixed, and that can be the beginning of heaven. And sometimes life is perfect, but again, if you don't have gratitude, you're going to feel that you are living hell.